Hi everyone. So last night we had a emergency letter motion to compel from Stephanie Jones and Jones Works enter the docket. Wayfarer have actually already responded to this, but in an attempt to keep the video as short as possible, I'm going to do them separately. I know people will want to know as well, has the Sarowitz recording yet been unsealed? It hasn't. Once it has, I will do a separate video on that as well. So let's get to the letter. Dear Judge Lyman, pursuant to Rules 1C and 4C of the Court's Individual Rules and Practices, Stephanie Jones and Jones Works, LLC, the Jones parties, respectfully submit this emergency letter motion to compel Wayfarer Studios, LLC, to produce Jamie Heath as Wayfarer's corporate designee for a Rule 30b-6 deposition on Thursday, October 9th, 2025, as had previously been agreed. So a Rule 30b-6 deposition is taking a deposition from an organisation. They are wanting to depose Wayfarer LLC, and it sounds like they want Jamie Heath to be they either want him to be nominated as corporate designee, or he has been previously put forward as a corporate designee for Wayfarer. The Jones parties initially served a Rule 30b-6 notice on Wayfarer on July 25th. The Jones parties also separately served a deposition subpoena on Mr. Heath personally on July 22nd. Service of which was accepted by the Wayfarer parties' counsel on Mr. Heath's behalf that same day. Wayfarer is a named defendant in the Jones parties' complaint and has asserted counterclaims against the Jones parties. Mr. Heath is Wayfarer's CEO. The parties spent weeks negotiating the deposition schedule in this and the related lively action. Early in these negotiations, Wayfarer proposed combining the depositions of Mr. Heath and Wayfarer due to his likely designation as a Rule 30b-6 witness. With this shared understanding that Mr. Heath would be Wayfarer's corporate designee, Wayfarer and the Jones parties negotiated a combined personal and corporate representative deposition for Mr. Heath. And there's a quote from an email: with respect to Mr. Heath's deposition, which we expect to occur simultaneously with the Rule 30b-6 deposition of Wayfarer, Mr. Heath can be available on the following dates: September 10th to 11th, September 17th to 18th. Let's quote a few emails. Indeed, once Mr. Heath's availability becomes settled, the Jones parties promptly reissued notices of deposition on Mr. Heath and Wayfarer for the same date in accordance with the parties' understanding that he would be Wayfarer's designated Rule 30b-6 witness. Wayfarer never objected, never withdrew its designation of Mr. Heath as its Rule 30b-6 witness, nor indicated that anyone other than Mr. Heath would testify on its behalf. That agreed-upon date, however, needed to be rescheduled due to the Wayfarer party's persistent discovery failures, including producing more than 80,000 pages of documents in the lively matter shortly before Mr. Heath's deposition was to take place. The Jones parties therefore requested an extension of the discovery schedule for the depositions of Mr. Heath, Justin Baldoni, and Steve Sarowitz to allow the Jones parties to meaningfully review and utilize the belatedly produced documents in depositions, which the court granted on September 17th. The Jones parties' request and the court's resulting order did not limit Mr. Heath's deposition to his individual capacity. That same day, and consistent with the weeks of representations that Mr. Heath would be Wayfarer's corporate designee, the Jones parties served amended notices of deposition for October 9th, the day after Mr. Heath's deposition in the Lively matter. Again, Wayfarer never objected nor indicated it was withdrawing Mr. Heath as its corporate designee. Now, at 5:27 p.m., the evening before the start of Mr. Heath's testimony in the Lively matter, and 2 days before his testimony in the Jones matter, Wayfarer has purported to serve untimely objections to the Rule 30b-6 notice, to every notice topic, to withdraw Mr. Heath as its corporate designee and refuse to designate another witness in his stead. As a footnote, this is in stark contrast with the Rule 30b-6 testimony of Jones Works. The Wayfarer parties failed to notice Jones Works' corporate deposition until a week before the scheduled deposition of Stephanie Jones, yet Mr. Jones agreed to testify on Jones Works' behalf as to each noticed topic. Counsel for the Jones parties immediately conferred with counsel for Wayfarer, who confirmed Wayfarer would refuse to designate a corporate witness on the ground the Jones parties' notice was untimely. Given that Mr. Heath is scheduled to testify on Thursday in the Jones matter, this emergency motion regretfully follows. The Jones parties respectfully request that the court compel Wayfarer to maintain its designation of Mr. Heath as Wayfarer's corporate designee for the Rule 30b-6 deposition on Thursday, October the 9th, the date Mr. Heath's deposition is scheduled. Wayfarer's 11th hour about-face is nothing more than a bold attempt to avoid producing anyone to testify under oath on its behalf, and is flatly inconsistent with its months of representations to the contrary. Wayfarer's objections are not asserted in good faith, are without basis, and should be rejected. To be sure, there was ample time for Wayfarer to assert any objections, including about the timeliness or propriety of the Rule 30b-6 notice. Wayfarer could have raised any purported issue during one of the countless conferrals regarding deposition scheduling that have taken place since the Jones parties originally served the notice on July 25th. It did not. Indeed, counsel for the Jones parties offered to make themselves available to confer on the Rule 30b-6 deposition topics, specifically on August 15th, but Wayfarer never responded. And when solidifying logistics for this deposition on September 29th and October 3rd, the Jones parties again wrote to confirm Mr. Heath's corporate testimony specifically. Quote, Mr. Heath's deposition individually and as Wayfarer's 30b-6 as previously designated. But Wayfarer again did not respond. Its purported attempt to withdraw its prior agreements now on the eve of Mr. Heath's testimony should be rejected. This is especially so given the parties have been in deposition nearly every day for the last 3 weeks, largely due to the Wayfarer parties' unavailability, which now appears strategically manufactured so each party can attend each other's depositions. Unwillingness to schedule depositions earlier in the schedule and deficient and untimely voluminous document productions. Just yesterday, Wayfarer, without explanation, produced thousands of pages of signal communications it was obliged to produce previously, including from Mr. Baldoni, whose depositions occurred on Monday and is ongoing today, Miss Abel and Miss Nathan, who have already been deposed, and Mr. Heath, who is scheduled to be deposed beginning tomorrow. Having never moved to quash the Rule 30b-6 notice, nor saw a protective order, Wayfarer has no basis to preclude the Jones party's deposition or limit his testimony. The court therefore should also order Mr. Heath or any corporate designee to testify as to the notice topics in full. There's a footnote. In the alternative, and at minimum, the court should compel Wayfarer to designate another corporate witness to appear for a Rule 30b-6 deposition on October 10th, 2025. As I said, I will do Friedman's response separately. But if it's been agreed, if this has already been agreed, I don't understand at this point, because I haven't read the response. I'm not quite sure what the basis is for Wayfarer refusing this, but I'll be interested to see that.